Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Daddy, look behind her back.
Aha. I'm going to get my foot up. I'm going to go in the bus.
What is you doing?
I mean, Daddy, Kayla keeps going by the basement.
Stay away from the basement door.
Dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending? Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be
Here.
God's punishment.
Sit down somewhere.
A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not
Why are you doing Kayla 8
nor some holy
Because
refuge.
I think she
What?
I think she ate
True
something
punishment
sweet.
would be to never know its sweet. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
See how we get how it was from our food.
Okay, hold on. I need to change controllers. 1 second. Run second. Ah! Ah!
So thirsty.
See, I was created by the grace. What is you doing in there?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary!
Yeah, I'm waiting on you! I'm waiting on you!
No, no. This horror, it's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about? Shit, where'd it go? Now, I can defend myself. Kill that thing! Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry, No, please, stop! Bird! Who are you? There's one of them vermin! What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
You're a vampire, mate. Kayla. Go sit down somewhere.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. I cannot enter. Is anybody there? What is this place? Place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here. Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
I will find them.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Loot man, yeah, that's me. Bruh.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy. This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Oh,
Daddy, you have any razor?
what?
This
You
is
have an eraser?
absolute madness.
You got erasers.
I've lost touch.
Kayla hit it.
Where's that bed that I gave you? Okay, it's not mine. I don't need it. There's pencils in there, all of it.
This. Eraser.
1 skill point?
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! My head's spinning.
Oi! Come on, you coward!
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Die, vermin!
Go back home. The strength I never knew I had.
Dead, all right.
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable. It's locked, all right. I can't believe I'm doing this. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood. I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. we can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Bitch, just kill your ass.
This is no place for you. Freeway has several patrols roaming the area. They do not excuse me. They're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require them.
I think someone's eavesdropping.
Even so. You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself. I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
You're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
It didn't deserve this.
It's locked.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sick and unusual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I was...
Kayla! Take your tablet and go in your room.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, the blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge. Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the past. Over there! There's one of them vermin! Filthy piece of shit! See them fancy over there! There's one of them! Big spotted! Watch out, boys! The leech has watch it! It's a killer!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Oh, dear God.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
What is the Pembroke Hospital?
This hospital is not exactly...
It's not
Don't be...
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he...
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in...
What kind of man is Dr...
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I...
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me.
Apologies, I've only just met him.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant...
Can I start for tea?
Yeah.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again.
Second floor of the...
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you.
Did he really? It's a...
All members...
I see.
You must...
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need...
my tablet?
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I'm Doc.
I've already heard about you.
That's quite a...
You can call me...
I'm not...
Well, I'm no doc.
You have a...
No need...
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal...
But you're not defending yourself.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another...
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver since...
Since you're on the front line, how is the SAP...
It's a complete disaster.
It sounds like...
Yesterday I got attacked by the...
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor.
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the fight.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor.
How do you feel?
I feel exhausted.
You're in good hands here.
Thank you, sir.
What do you...
I'm a...
Are you a priest, Miss?
Not at all.
Why didn't...
That's a very...
Have you made friends?
Not really.
You never came to see her here?
You're preaching to the...
Do you...
Tom?
Do you know Tom Watt?
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand. Good old...
People are still in dispute.
How could it be?
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then?
Not really. What's the situation?
Who's it? As that? How I had...
What would...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody... It's locked, all right. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr.
Well,
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
I have some good news.
What? The epidemic's...
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money, and...
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this... Remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you.
Goodbye, Milton. It's locked. It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation.
Daddy?
But this is not what happened to me.
I'm hungry.
You hungry? Must keep on searching.
Yeah.
The sun is about to rise.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Who wants more pizza?
Yeah.
I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time.
I want a pizza too.
Pizza?
Pizza?
Pizza.
Yeah, too.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, please.
Pisa.
Yeah.
Geronimo?
Yeah.
Geronimo.
Yeah.
Philomeno?
Yeah.
Teromino.
Yeah. I love pizzas.
Pisa?
Yeah.
¿Le du fromage?
Yeah.
¿Con matada?
Yeah.
Buenas noches?
Yeah.
¿Sí de vuelta?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get from over there. Alright, now we just gotta wait. No, sit down, watch TV.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. What about my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked, all right. These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Yo.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
What's up?
I done logged in.
Oh, you on Call of Duty?
This the game, right?
You on...
Hold up. This the game, right?
Yeah.
This night?
That's Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You watching cutscene right now?
Why I can't go play?
Cause you watching the cutscene right now. It's your first time on it.
You know I'm on this shit.
You don't want no smoke.
Alright, I'm finna hop on. I'm about to know right now.
Alright, hold on. I'm finna switch game and shit.
The report.
No, give me like 15. I'm finna go run to the currency exchange. I'm loading it up now.
Alright.
I just logged in and shit. I'm gonna play it when I get back.
Alright, shit. Let me know when you get back.
Alright.
Yep. Yeah. Quarantine. John Doe. Who the hell is?
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. balls of Mars, fortifiers for them. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really? Why are you...
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care...
Yes.
Could you at least tell me your names?
Mortimer.
Tell me about yourself, Mr.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
How painful is your throat?
So painful, I'd rather not talk.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer.
What can you tell me about...
Not much to say.
Are you really?
Yes.
May I...
I'm a teacher.
What do you think of your reception here?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured, you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
My sweet girl.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Reed?
Does my...
Little...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
They may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London.
stomach.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken?
During the war.
Maybe you're right.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need.
Yeah, cut it out.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
For how long?
I first volunteered.
And before...
If you must not.
Well, doctors...
Not in...
How is the duty roster?
Everybody works...
What about medical...
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money.
What can you tell me about our patient?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of...
under the bed.
Can you be...
Well...
What
if
new...
It seems...
I'll see you later, nurse.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Do you need any help?
Thank...
Do you need any help?
What? Okay, the food is coming. Be quiet. Watch your tablet.
How painful is your throat?
So painful, I'd rather not.
I have to go now, sir.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. You're...
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I...
Is there anything else that's bothering you?
I'm all right.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Not well.
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind...
Why does Milton
I don't know. Just ask...
How long?
We're long in...
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse. How would...
It's serious.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish...
I wish I could believe...
You must get a hold...
Sorry.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
What's going on between people? Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me mortal. Why?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must.
Who are you, really?
Is that not enough?
I'm curious.
No, it's such a long time.
Do you require my services?
I have no need.
I'm assuming you must be...
It's only a cover. To hide.
Who are these?
I cannot say for sure.
The staff here...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me.
For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll...
Thank you, mortal.
And why do you believe...
I don't need to believe.
I see.
Never. Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Please.
I can...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal...
Its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
Fear and disgust.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you...
I'm Dr. Reed.
You guessed right.
How is your...
Oh, it's Blake.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't...
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told.
How close are you to Miss Warcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you.
She's quite harmless.
So do you let her bite you?
And why not?
She could decide to bite less.
And it's another...
You do realize she's mentally disturbed.
In her madness.
Where were you?
I really...
No offense.
You were an...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Good evening, Miss Howard. Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attacked?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr.
No.
Do you plan to make him?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else?
Do you require my service?
I have no need.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. I cannot enter.
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Albert.
Evening.
Soldier, do you need...
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Soldier.
I'm fine.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Albert.
Damn.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. It's locked. Good evening. Always a colleague. Not anymore. What do you mean? No. A pawn? Yes. Who? I'm... What with the... I went funny. What? And... How? Do you work? Yes. What? It would... What? Do you need medical attention? I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too... Goodbye, Mr. Chidami. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
I have to go now.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require med...
I have other concerns right now.
Goodbye, Mrs. Go.
How long must I wait? Your agenda, sir. How long is it going to take?
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
I'll see you later. It's locked. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
I'm not familiar.
It would be...
Is there... Why...
I guess... No.
Do you require...
Thank you for your concern.
It would...
Is there...
Well,
Why should...
I guess it...
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Dr. Timmons. You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls.
Nurse Brannigan, you don't have to... Nurse Brannigan, you don't have to... Do you need any med...
Come on, don't be...
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbet.
He's dead? He's dead? Huh?
Now mix it all together.
So now watch TV.
Apply it around the bottom of your face. The thick texture makes all the difference. Have a fake nail lying around? Cut it to look like this. Get some paint handy, and use a sponge to gently color the nail. See how they blend together? Perfect. Now it's time to turn them into...
What is this?
They stick right underneath the glue.
What? Put something y'all both can watch.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
How are things?
Okay, what the hell happened to my sound though?
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need any medical...
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Goodbye, Milton.
Good evening.
Goodbye, man. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need med?
I'm fine.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I'm quite busy.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but you're...
And what exactly is that?
I served in the war, just like you.
Be careful what you insinuate, Doctor.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous.
You see?
It seems you... We cannot leave... I don't know...
I don't...
And what...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
This is...
You see?
Since you...
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
If you have a problem with me, Doctor...
Dr. Swan...
I know... You are going to change.
I don't think so.
Since you're...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here to...
I don't intend to...
Modern...
Thank you for your time.
I'm quite busy.
Do you need my assistance?
Not at all.
Thank you for your time.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body. This must be all so new to you.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm.
I cannot explain.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation.
Forgive me.
Thank you. Please.
The Pembroke spoke discretion.
And you would...
Why the accept. Do you need...
I have just a few...
Then ask away.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know?
Well, for many...
Where do we stand today?
But to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish...
What do you expect?
What we need is hope.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory.
He was a scar...
Just for...
What the name?
Since you seem...
As men of...
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed. And blood is the sole sustenance.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
You mentioned
Certainly.
Yet you don't...
The Brotherhood has stopped.
That...
I feel...
We'll see each other again soon.